now you've gotten out of your team?
Well, I just see that we've got a long way to go. You know, effort wasn't bad, and first half our activity wasn't as good as it was the second half. But we cut our turnovers down in the second half. We had 10 turnovers at half, and we had 5 the second half. Got a lot more deflections the second half. Our focus was a little better. Our ball movement still has got to improve. You know, we just not getting the ball where it needs to be. You know, a number of times, but. Got a lot of new guys out there. We got a lot of things to shore up here in 3 practices. We'll practice tomorrow, take Tuesday off, go Wednesday, Thursday, and play Friday. So we don't have much time. The sense of urgency needs to increase real quickly.
What do you do kind of this week in practice? I mean, now that you've seen a couple games and with kind of a short rest until the game?
Well, we've got to work on everything. There's not one phase of the game that is progressing, like a coach would hope it would. So I think, our execution offensively has to really improve. I think we'll see man and zone, so we've got work there. We haven't faced a lot of presses, and I think teams are going to press a little bit more. We haven't pressed at all, and we need a lot of work on that. So there are a number of things that these 3 practices have to be, really focused, and we've got to get a lot done in each one of them.
You know they're going to have a Boucher. What do you see out of him there?
Well, I like his activity. He is playing hard, and he does that in practice. So those are kind of the numbers that we've seen in practice. Every day, I think with the exception of maybe 3 or 4 days in the 4 weeks of practice, 5 weeks of practice, he's led us in rebounding. So, that kind of activity is what he's been giving us and why he's earned, a starting spot in the time. He's played really hard. So, really coachable, and I like the way, he's progressing, and, he's a big part of our team, especially with Jordan, not able to go here for a while yet. He's a big part of our team.
You feel comfortable with the starting lineup going forward?
Oh, I don't know. Not sure what we'll do. We've started the same group the last couple games, but I really don't know, what we'll do on Friday night.
I feel like you guys handled that 2-3 zone that they threw at you.
The first half, we had Kendall in at the point, and I didn't think he handled it very well. But no, they got a little more comfortable with it. We haven't worked a tremendous amount on our zone, and so because of that, we haven't worked a lot of zone offense. And it's something we're going to have to do. Baylor's going to play a lot of zone for sure, and Jackson may throw a little bit at us. So we're going to have to spend a lot of time here in the next 3 days, working on some zone offense. And we need to work on our zone defense also.
About what you expect out of Dorsey these last 2 games?
Yeah, I mean he's continually to come on. His shot looked good tonight. Hit a couple nice shots. I like the way he moved the ball up the floor when he was at the point. So yeah, I thought he did some good things.
How about defensively overall? How do you think you're gelling after 2 games on the defensive side?
Well, our team defense isn't what it needs to be. I like, some of the individual pressure we're putting on the ball at times, but our weak side isn't often to the ball like it needs to be. So our team defense isn't nearly what it needs to be. But I like our activity. We got to use our length and a little bit of our quickness, and I thought, guys were up trying to do that, but we've got to do it for longer periods of time. We've got to be more consistent with it. But I hope defensively our guys understand how hard we're going to have to play, and until we get everybody, back, they're really going to have to. We're not going to score as many points, as we kind of projected. We're going to have to make some of that up defensively.
Second half, it looked like some of your longer shots from outside the arc were dropping. Looked like you were able to stretch their defense a little bit more. Are you emphasizing a little bit more to your guys that you have to start making these outside shots?
Oh, we shoot them pretty good in practice. We haven't shot them real well in either game. But to be very honest, right now, it's kind of the least of my worries. You know, I really think that, you know, our guys work at it. You know, I think they're good shooters. You know, we got to pick and choose when to take a few of them. But, no, you know, if I had to list those things that I was very concerned about with 3 days before practice, 3-point shooting would be, you know, toward the bottom of the list.
What's at the top of it?
Well, you know, I'd have to say our physicality on the boards. You know, we're going after boards, but we're not putting a lot of bodies on the defensive glass. And then the execution of the offense would be second. I think those two things are really going to be important here this next week. So, physicality on the boards, our ability to execute the offense would be 1, 2, and then 3 would be just our general activity defensively.
Anything else for Coach?
All righty, we'll see you Friday.